I'm just making sure everything's working, so just give me a moment. Alright. So welcome everyone, this is Digital Dragon back to you with another part of my Scarlet and Violet playthrough. I am now going to beat sorry, I'm not feeling well, so I might sound a little bit different. I don't know what. Could just because I was in a hot place and now I'm like, it's freezing outside and I've been cold the last couple of days, even though my house is supposed to be at 30. um yeah, so I'm going to be continuing on with the uh I've already beaten the Elite Four and champion in this game, and in Violet I have gotten to the point where I've beaten all three of the main storylines. And I'm just waiting to go into the Zero area. So this one's going to be defeating the Team Star main boss, and then defeating and then going to the Zero area. Sorry. So I'm doing it in that order mainly because then I can. Sup, dragons? Oh, come on. Name's Clive, remember? Actually, no. It's time for me to bring this little performance to an end. Allow me to reveal my true identity. Professor Clavel. I do apologize for deceiving you with my disguise. In truth, the boy you know as Clive was none other than the director of Naranja Academy, Mr. Clavel. I already knew that. But my disguise was perfect. Although now I think about it, I did neglect to keep up my youthful act on a few occasions. It must have been what you gave me away. Regardless, there's still one more astounding truth I must reveal to you. The true identity of Cassiopeia, the big boss of Team Star, was me all along. That's impossible. Honest to goodness. When you heard Cassiopeia over the phone, that was actually a pre-recorded voice. I pulled it off using, one of those high-tech gizmos. Oh yes, it was very clever. So, Master Dragons, now that you know I'm the big boss, that means there's one thing left to do. Face me in one final showdown to decide it all. One sec. Okay. Oranguru. There goes a Rangaroo. Houndoom. No, I need to keep. Because Houndoom's Bulldoze is super effective. Close combat works too. There goes Houndoom. Poltergeist. Let's go Meowscarada. Time to go. There we go. Super effective. Bomb of Snow. Amarouge. Amarouge. Armor Cannon. Among Us. There goes Amoongus. Quackaball. Flower Trick. There goes Quackaball. And Professor Claval. Well now, Master Dragons. Seems you have grown quite splendid over the course of your treasure hunt. And here, once again, I must apologize. I'm not actually Cassiopeia. Though Clive and myself being the same person was no lie, mind you, Cassiopeia's true identity remains hidden. But I believe I can hazard a guess as who they may be. That's why I sought to spare you from having to confront them in battle. Their sorrows should not be yours to bear. However, Cassiopeia has settled on a course of action and is determined to see it through. I do not imagine any ordinary student would hope to stand against them and win. So I challenge you to a battle to test your skill. If you had lost, it would have fallen to me to bring down Cassiopeia. Such was my resolve. But it turns out you are as strong as you are kind. If anyone has a chance to saving that poor child, it is surely you. As an educator, it shames me to burden one of my students with such a task. But please defeat Cassiopeia. Take on the big boss of Team Star and win. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I leave this in your hands. You there. What do you think you're doing? Miss Time. Pleasure to see you. No pleasure at all, Mr. Clive. I came here to investigate reports of illicit battle on school grounds. And what do I find? Why, the director of the academy himself facing off against one of our students, no less. What were you thinking? No. If I could just explain, you see, it's a rather sad tale. Well, spare me your excuses. Reek worse than a stunky's behind. A stunky's behind? Remember, the big boss asked us to meet them in the schoolyard after dark. I'm counting on you, Master Dragons. You'll write a letter of apology to the students and the faculty at once. And I'll be reporting this to the chairwoman of the school board. Make no mistake. Good gracious, no. Anything but that. I implore you. Uh, Dragons. Thanks for coming. This must be quite a shock for you. The big boss, Cassiopeia, they were both me all along. When I saw you make quick work of those Team Star lackeys outside school that time, the idea for our Operation Starfall suddenly came to me. My skills let me get a hold of as much LP as I want, so I decided to use that to tempt you into helping me out. After the operation started, I kept an eye on you as a member of the supply unit. I had you battle the bosses on my behalf, all for the goal of defeating me and putting an end to Team Star once and for all. But still, there's a part of me that wants Team Star to live on, and I can't just roll over and let you win without putting up a fight. This is the final showdown. Are you ready? Thanks. And there's Clive. Sorry to keep you. The letter of apology this time had me. The preparations took longer than expected. The voice. Are you Clive? Penny. Sorry. So it was you after all. No. Is that you, Cassiopeia? In the flesh, I have a task for you, Clive, if you'll accept it. I want you to record what happens next so that I can send the video to Team Star so that they need to see the outcome of this battle for themselves. Okay, will do. Then allow me to introduce myself properly. I am the big boss of Team Star. The name's Cassiopeia. No, Penny. No. Bow down before the overwhelming might of Team Star's founder. Alright, Umbreon. There goes Umbreon. There goes Flareon. Okay. Leafeon. Jolteon. Sylveon. That's Fairy type. Take a ton. Restless fairy type. And there goes Sylveon. There goes Penny. It's all over now. It's finally over, guys. It's done. We're done here. I think we should call it quits. Hold up. Are you saying we should break up the team? You gotta be joking. We got carried away with Operation Star. Now everything's gotten out of hand. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you round up a bunch of bullies in the courtyard and make a show of learning them some manners. But we didn't even fight them in the end. We didn't do anything wrong. Indeed, merely did we declare our intention to battle both tooth and nail should the villains persist in their tyrannous oppression. 'Twas boldest victory, we assure you. Yeah, they didn't even send out their Pokemon. They just blubbered and apologized a whole lot. Our outfits must have spooked them good. But the bullies made a huge stink about what went down, and they all ended up leaving the academy. Our plan backfired epically. There's no way we're getting off scot-free. I guess you're right. This little stunt must have put us up the creek. I'll fix this mess on my end. Just leave it to me. What do you say? I'm the one who started Team Star. I dragged you all into this, so I'll take responsibility for everything. Oh, noble and kind big boss, you cannot. Now that the bullies are gone, you guys should start going to school again. Oh yeah? And what about you? I can't go back. Why? There's no reason for you to stay shut in your room anymore, right? All I can say to you guys is thanks. Even though we never met in person, you were always so kind to me. Stop it right there, BB. Why are you talking like we'll never speak again? I need to take care of some things. Prithee, speak to us. What is thine intent? Hey, big boss, answer us. Bye, guys. Thanks for everything. Thanks for everything, Dragons. And you too, Clive. I'm glad I can see this through to the end. I guess this is it for T-Star, and me too. Hold on there, Miss Penny. I'd like to check something with you first. Check what? Why resort to something like Operation Starfall if you're the big boss of Team Star? Wasn't there any other way to handle this? I tried telling the bosses that we were done once before, but they still didn't quit. Why not simply order them to? Our code states no one in the team has the right to order people around. I could ask them all to do stuff, but I could never order them. So it's back to the code once again. The bosses must have taken it very seriously. They did. That's why I knew I could use it to force Team Star to disband. Because the bosses would do anything the code required of them. Even leave the team. Yes, and according to the code, they had to accept any challenge made to them. Thus, the idea for Operation Starfall. Cassiopeia, let me ask you one last thing. What does Team Star? No. What does your friends in the team mean to you? They're they're my greatest treasure. Splendid. Thank you for appraising me of the situation, Miss Penny. What? No, young lady. There's something I should very much like to discuss with you. Hey, quit with the old geezer act, Clive. You're creeping me out. Indeed. Well then, before we talk further, allow me to reveal to you my own secret identity. Director Clavel? Just as Cassiopeia was your disguise, the boy you know as Clive was mine. But why? I need a way to talk to Team Star on equal terms. Students do tend to shy from speaking their mind to their teachers after all, much more so when faced with the director of the academy. Yeah, but where do I even start? Wasn't the outfit a bit much? Plus, I have some big feelings about that wig. Well, that's quite enough of that for now. Anyone, everyone, why don't you come on out? I've heard your real name is Penny. How have you been this whole time? Orty. We found you at last. You've no idea how worried we've been. Mary. Okay, gang. On the count of three. One, two. Hasta la vista, Cassiopeia, and hello, Penny. Aw. Now then, Miss Penny, and each of you young bosses as well. On behalf of the Academy, I have something I would like to say to Team Star. Y'all have my sincerest apologies. Come again? As director of the Academy, I let you down. My handling of the situation was a dismal failure. But I still don't... I mean, why? You all told me about your reasons for forming Team Star and about your subsequent actions. Ever since my first day as director, all I've ever experienced is the academy and is an environment blessedly free from bullying. But now I know that this piece was built on the backs of your hurt and anger, and of course your immense courage in putting things to right. And so, I'll get straight to the conclusion. The Academy's order for Team Star to disband and the threat to expel all those who did not obey are hereby revoked. Does that mean what I think it means? Indeed, Team Star will continue to exist should that be your wish. Woo, Penny, isn't that great? Now we can all stay together. Oh, mine heart is giddy with glee. But I betrayed all of you. You mean Operation Starfall? Director Clavel told us all about it. As far as we heard, you only went through it with it to save us from getting expelled. You were just worried about us, right? No, not like we'd ever chuck the team just 'cause someone told us to, after all. Ain't our style. I cannot even begin to imagine how you must have feared for us, Lady Penny. Sorry for making you worry, BB. We're all okay now. But even so... Hold on, everyone. I have more to say. As previously stated, the requirement for Team Star to disband has been revoked. However, there are still some unsettled matters to discuss. Allow me to provide a few examples. Your protracted truancy, your brazen customization of the school uniform, your unauthorized usage of academy equipment, your reckless modification and jeopardous driving of Pokemon-powered vehicles. Need I go on? Your flagrant disregard of school rules cannot simply be overlooked. Thus, as punishment, you will all be required to engage in community service. Community service? Yes, specifically, you'll be. I'll be asking you to imagine the STCs, and that stands for the Star Training Centers. You shall be. They shall be facilities for cultivating Pokemon trainers' talents. I plan for the Academy to found them in collaboration with the Pokemon League. The idea came to me when I saw Master Dragons battling his way through your bases. The base's construction, as well as the battle tactics employed by the students in Team Star, are remarkably unique and creative. I would ask that you continue your team activities, but henceforth, the STC's staff members using your former bases as training facilities. And that's the sum of it. Does anyone have any concerns? No, it sounds like fun. So I don't see how this would be anything but a win-win. This may be a weird thing to say since the STCs are supposed to be a punishment and all, but you should totally join in too, Penny. 'Tis true. We would most happily have you at our sides, my lady. We have to go to school together too. That way, if anything happens, we'll be here to protect you. We were already talking about how great it'd be to have both Team Star and the school in our lives. This would be a sweet deal for us. So what do you say? You guys. Dragons, what do you think? I just... No, I need to give your response right this moment, Miss Penny. Do take some time to decide. For now, at least, I think our little group should go their separate ways. Not to say you should break up Team Star, after all. I simply meant it's time to leave. Master Dragons, please stop by my office later if you would. Ah, there we are, Master Dragons. I want to thank you for all your hard work in resolving the situation with Team Star. If not for you, I suspect I would have done the team grievous injustice in my choice of punishment for their actions. You have my sincere gratitude. Who is it? It's Penny. Ah, Miss Penny, do come in. Hello, Director. About the STCs, I'd like to work on them together with the rest of Team Star. That's wonderful news. Thank you very much for your favorable response. But, I should be punished more heavily than the others, I think. Why so? Because of Operation Starfire? No, not that. Because of the other really bad thing I did. And what would that be? You know the LP I gave you both in exchange for helping me with Operation Starfall? I got a hold of it sort of illegally by hacking the Pokemon League's LP management system. I see. That is quite the revelation. I did not think such a thing was even possible in the first place. It wasn't all that hard. I'm really sorry, and I won't do it again. This matter is rather out of my jurisdiction, I am afraid. I'll have to consult Miss Greta and the Pokemon League chairman, on how best to proceed. I figured as much. I do apologize, Master Dragon, but I will have to ask you to give us some privacy. Dragons, there's something I want to talk to you about. Could you come meet me in front of the school stairs? You know where we first met? I'll be waiting. Hasta la vista. The six of us saw up that catchphrase back when we created the team. So cringy, it's perfect, you know. It kind of is. Anyway, about the LP thing. I thought it was going down big time for hacking the league. Point system, but they were letting me off easy. Pokemon Lead said they'll waive my debt if I do some volunteering engineering for them. They even asked me to come work for them after I graduate, if you can believe that. Director Clavel and that Greta lady, kept complimenting me like a weird amount. Apparently, I have outstanding talent or something. Sorry for calling you out here to meet like this. I'm sorry I'm not so great with people face to face. I never seem to find the right words, but thank you so much. You saved Team Star and my friends along with it. I know words won't ever be enough to properly thank you for all you've done. So here, Draco Meteor. That's a good attack. I'm sure you'll put this to good use. And one more thing. I want to repay the debt I owe you. If you ever think of a way I can do that, just let me know. I'm great with machines and hacking and stuff. So next time I'll be the one helping you, dragons. Be seeing you then. Hasta la vista. There's the Team Star done. Now it's time to finish the Path of Legends, which is, if you don't know, this is the one where I battled all the Titan Pokemon and got the Herba Mysticas. Seriously, you beat me here. Well, this is the lab. I used to come here to play all the time when I was a kid. There'd better be a good reason for calling us here like this. Let's find out. Everyone says she's some kind of genius, absolutely brilliant as a Pokemon professor. My mom, that is. Well, let me tell you, as a parent, she's the worst. All she ever did was work. She never comes home. I don't have a single memory of her ever even playing with me, her own kid. My boss, Steph, is the only one who was there for me, always. Anyways, it's open now. Go on in. I just wanted to get this over with. Sorry. I think I was hoping she'd be here. I need your help. I'm currently at the deepest point of Area Zero, in the great crater of Paldea. I've been researching the unique Pokemon here for a long time. I'm asking the two of you to lend a hand to help carry out the final steps of the great Professor Sada's glorious research. The final step? But there's something we need first, something that can be found within that lab. We need the Scarlet Book. What we need is the Scarlet Book. Oh wait, do you mean this book? Ah, so you took that from a lab, did you, Avrin? This expedites things. Bring the Scarlet Book to the deepest depths of Area Zero. I promise that it will be an experience worth treasuring if you come. I must note, however, that Area Zero is both home to vicious Pokemon and outfitted with powerful cybernetic security system. It seems to me that you might struggle if the two of you were to enter alone. I'm just doing something. Okay. You may take the time to gather some reliable allies for you to come, if you feel the need. I'll be waiting you in the deepest parts of Area Zero whenever you arrive. Area Zero. The place is bad news. It was down in Area Zero that Midbostif got wounded in the first place, down the great crater of Paldea. In all honesty, I'd be perfectly happy to never see that place again. Are you gonna go? I suppose she did ask. And I just can't stand by and watch while a friend heads off in danger on his own. I guess I'm going to. Besides, I'd love to give Mom a piece of my mind. Alright then, dragons, outside. We're going to have a Pokemon battle to see if we're really ready to head off into Area Zero. I want to check something. Ooh. Very psychic. Then ground fighting, grass darkened, ghost fairy. Okay. Hopefully I can capture the other ones. We're going to have a Pokemon battle. Oh yeah, alright. Mostly to see if I'm ready or not. Let's go. Alright, you ready to battle dragons? This will be the last thing I do today, as tomorrow I will be doing the Area Zero for Pokemon Scarlet, and then the day after I'll be doing the one for Pokemon Violet. Yeah, because I got to that point. Okay, yeah, I can see why you'd be worried. But my buddy here was bursting with energy. You'd never know he was weak just a little while ago. Wouldn't leave me alone, always whining at me, wanting to battle you and your Pokemon. It's been so long, I nearly forgot. But he always did love to battle. Even if we always lost to the student council girl, the battle fanatic one. Anyways, my point is, there's no need to worry. We're brand new Averin and Mabostif, and we're feeling audacious, or maybe herbaceous. Let me give you a taste of what we can do. Greedent. If Ivy uses the Pokemon against the Titans and then his Mabostif. Scolvillian. Expanding Force. Garknackle. Pure rock type, so I guess fighting type would be good against it too. Toadscruel. Yes. Yes, Garada. I gotta go back to fighting. Be different. We were so close, Bostiff. So close, but dragons. Thanks, little buddy. Dang. This is the strength of someone who could take down those Titan Pokemon, huh? Yeah, much as I hate to admit it, I do think we're going to need some more support. Pokemon in Area Zero are super strong, and there are all sorts of weird machines there, too. I say we need at least 2 more people, someone with champion rank level skills, and someone who can deal with crazy tech. Mona can... The student council president. You're probably right. The girl can take on any Pokemon that comes at her. She's a beast. Huh. Well, it seems like you've been pretty busy making some pretty useful friends. I'll reach out to them and organize things. You just make sure you're here. The meeting place will be at Zero Gate. It's this facility on the edge of the Great Crater. I'll send you the info on how to find it. You don't need to keep no need to keep us waiting forever. Path of Legends complete. So I got the 3 paths complete. Ah. Okay, so that's going to be it for today. So I've beaten all 3 of the storylines in both games. So I will be playing the, I guess it'd be post game, because that's basically what it is. I beat I beat the main story. I became champion. I beat the Team Star main boss, and I beat all the Titans and everything. And I'm ready to go to the post game. So basically, this is post game. Unless there's actually a different post game that's after you beat the Area Zero, which would be cool. So with this, oh, so I got two shinies. The first one, which is in one of my videos that's already posted on YouTube, you'll see me catching this one. And then I caught this one. So I gotta find the other two Tauroses, the Fire Breed and the Aqua Breed. I know I can get the Fire Breed in Scarlet and the Aqua Breed in Violet, and I will be looking for them. Yeah, and we'll go from there. King's King's Gambit. King Gambit. Honestly, this is a cool Pokemon. I love it. And Bisharp definitely needed an evolution. Now I'm hoping that its counterpart later on, maybe in the next generation, gets an evolution as well. And you're thinking, its counterpart? Yes. As surprising as it is, Lucario is its counterpart. I know there was a generation off, but they're both Steel type. Of course, well, there's Steel type. They were both two-stage evolution. And they're both incredibly powerful for a two-stage evolution. Now, Bisharp has an evolution. So, kind of like how Scyther and Pinsir used to be counterparts, but then Scyther got an evolution, and another evolution, and a Mega Evolution. Well, Lucario did get a Mega Evolution, so technically, either way, I do think this is like I love the way that they like because Bisharp and Poniard are all based off of chess pieces. The Poniard is based off of the pawn, the Bisharp is based off of the bishop, and the King Gambit is based off the king. And they moved the King's Gambit, which is an actual play in chess, different than the Queen's Gambit. King's Gambit is an actual play in chess as well. Then Klotzer, which honestly is just adorable. And Annihilate is honestly the most needed evolution that we ever got. Primate needed an evolution. Other Pokemon that needed an evolution that got one. Well, we finally got a Dolphin Pokemon. I love that. Like we needed that. Dunsparce needed an evolution. I don't know if the Dunsparce got the attack spread that it needed. Like got its base stat spread that it needed for an evolution. So it's more viable than the Dunsparce is more viable than Dunsparce, which is good. However, it's just more Dunsparce. I would have liked it to have a little bit more of a change than just adding another segment to it, and adding another spike on his chin, stubble on his chin. That's all I gave it another second set of wings. It's really nothing else that they did with it. So, they could have done a lot more. And it's like, I'm not looking for like making it into a dragon. It's not a dragon. It's based off of the Ouroboros, which is a serpent, a snake. This is a snake, not a dragon. I guess even Ekans to Arbok was just made a snake bigger. Oh, they changed the snake. They couldn't really change the storyline of the Ouroboros. So, anyways, they could have given it a better, like another type other than just staying pure normal type. But it needed an evolution, and it got an evolution. I can't really complain there. Fergaraf, the evolution for Girafarig was a long time coming. Those are the ones I liked. So I got 2 shinies here, which are great. I love the shinies. Like I love the these shiny Pokemon. Like Sandygast is one of my favorite shiny Sandygast and Pillowsand are 2 of my favorite shinies. Lucario is always number 1. And then Sneasel looks great in that color. I know a lot of people's like, it's pink. Like, yeah, and it wears pink well. And then I have the Paldean Wooper and the Paldean Tauros with this is the pure fighting type. And then this is just a bunch of Pokemon that there's another 2 segmented the Dunsparce. I'm trying to get a 3 segment one, but it's rare. But yeah, that's how I'm doing this. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. Of course, hitting notification bells to get notified of upcoming videos on YouTube. Thank you for sharing, following, and subscribing on Twitch. And thank you for becoming a patron on patreon.net/digital dragons. Thank you and good night.